Hello, YouTube fam and TikTok fam. I am going live here today. I go live every single Monday for our Limitless lives. So Limitless lives are every single Monday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 5:30 or 6 p.m. So if you are here today and if you are ready to get started, pop it in the chat. Where are you coming from? What is your name? What is your name? Are you a current teacher, former teacher, teacherpreneur? What business do you have? And if you're excited to get started, put it in the chat. Put in an emoji in the chat. I like to use fire emoji. And let's get started here. So I am going to talk about the 6 steps that I took to be on my way. I'm on the plan to getting to 100K this year. In fact, I might surpass 100K this year if everything to plan goes accordingly. And I have taken a few steps along the way to get here. I did not start with a coaching business when I quit the classroom. I actually started without school. I started with an online teaching company. And actually, way back, I started with VIP Kid, teaching ESL to kids from China. And then I went to teach music classes online. And in the last 2 years, I've slowly built up my coaching business. And through the last 2 years, I've been a student learning how to find my dream clients, learning actually who the heck I should be serving online, learning how to build predictable income as a coach, because it was something as a classroom teacher I didn't know how to do. And I had no prior marketing experience. I didn't even have a TikTok as a classroom teacher. So these are things that I've learned along the way and challenges I've overcome to be able to build this 6-figure business. So in this live, that's what we're talking about. Feel free to stay, because after about 20 minutes, I'm going to go into questions. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. TikTok, you can pop them in the chat. I'm on both TikTok and YouTube. Hey, you guys, we have 2 people on YouTube, and we have how many people? 7 people on 7 teacherpreneurs on TikTok. So let me know in the chat if you are ready to get started by saying ready. Comment below ready. I want to know if you're listening here. So during these lives, I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you. I want to break down how I'm building this 6-figure business so that you can do the same. And the reason they're on Mondays is because I feel like teachers need a little bit of extra push and motivation in the beginning of the week to get through the week. So isn't that right, you guys? So I hope that this inspires you, and I cannot wait to support you in building your 6-figure business this year. Put ready in the chat. We have like 10 people, so I should see 10 readies. 10 readies in the chat. One thing that I wanted to share with you, if you are not yet enrolled in the Fearlessly Sold Out Coach completely free challenge / course, it's a whole course that I'm going live with you and teaching you how to build this business. Then go sign up like right now. Fred says, hello from Rhode Island. Hind! Yay! I see a client here. Grace, amazing. Okay, ready? This is Hind. Well, Hind, I hope that you're safe in Morocco. Grace, hello. Ready? Grace is ready. Fred is ready. Amazing. Okay, so if you are not yet signed up to that Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge and you want to get sold out in your coaching business, learn how to, who to speak to, how to speak to your dream clients, what to post on social media to convert your followers into clients, how to go full-time in your coaching business, how to build your 6-figure coaching business in the next 6 to 12 months. If you are not signed up to the challenge, make sure to sign up to that. I am giving it literally all away. In fact, it's free now, but it will be paid at some point. It will be paid in a week. So as soon as Friday hits this week, it's going to be paid. It's going to be a paid program because it's literally a whole course, but it's live. So you get to actually get that feedback from me. So YouTube, it's actually in the link below. And I don't know if you can see it right now, but you'll be able to see it after the video. You might be seeing it now. And TikTok, this challenge is in the link in my bio. And I know for some of you, I'm talking with you about this, but the first step that makes most sense for you is to join this challenge. And there will also be replays. So if you can't make it, maybe you're in a different time zone, maybe you have like teaching to do, maybe you have online classes at the time, whatever it may be. If you can't make it, you can check out the replays, but still join the group coaching app that we're doing, which is called Slack. So I'm actually coaching the group inside of Slack, which is a messaging app. So even though you can't show up live, you'll still get live feedback from me. So make sure you sign up to that challenge, okay? Again, check out the link in the bio or the link below this YouTube video. Okay, so I see a few readies. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm super excited. One second here. Okay, so first step that I took to build this soon to be six figures, actually on the way to crossing six figures by 2024 in my coaching business, okay? The first way, and let me share this with you, YouTube. One second. Just so that you get a little bit more visual here. Share screen, share screen. Okay, here we go, YouTube. All right, I don't know if you can see that. That's really small. Let me do this. Okay, let me know by putting a thumbs up if you can see this, YouTube. Okay, and TikTok, it'll just be listening. So the first step is, drum roll. Okay, the first step I took to build my six-figure coaching business is developing a fearless mindset. Now, you're probably like, seriously, I thought she was going to talk about content right now. But actually, developing a fearless mindset is the first thing that you need. And even through talking with some of you and talking with some new teacherpreneurs and teachers that want to replace their teaching income, the first thing that you should be working on right now is your mindset. I can tell that you need a little bit of mindset work. Now, being in the classroom, it's not your fault that you might have a little bit of a holdback with your mindset because we're kind of like brainwashed in a way to think that the classroom is the best we can do as teachers, which is 100% not true. Now, I'm not saying that, oh my gosh, quit the classroom. If you love the classroom, if it fills your cup, then stay in the classroom by all means. I'm just saying that we're brainwashed as teachers into thinking that the classroom is the only way that we can teach, and it's really not. Am I right? Put an amen in the chat if you agree. Because, hi, Ty! I love when I say hi, Ty. It rhymes. But we're brainwashed into thinking that that's the best we can do, or like that's the only way to teach, when it's totally not. Miss Shan says, amen. Amen. That is right. So, when I first transitioned out of the classroom, even before I transitioned out of the classroom, like that third year of teaching, so I only was in the classroom for 3 years. That third year of teaching, I was doing a lot of mindset work. Like, I changed my mindset from sort of being like reactive to things, like, oh, I go into the classroom and the students are misbehaving. I'm going to react to that. I'm going to feel like, oh my gosh, there's nothing I can do, blah, blah, blah. Or I'm going to go in the classroom and the principal is like, I'm observing you this week, or we need to meet because this parent is angry or something. And instead of me reacting to that, I got proactive. And before I went into school every single day, I would almost put on my armor, right? I would almost put on my armor and be like, I can do this, and whatever comes my way, whatever challenges come my way, whatever bullets come my way, I'm going to put on my bulletproof vest, and instead of me reacting, I'm going to be ready, and I am going to have like crystal clear, like direct feedback. Like, let's say a principal comes and says like, I'm going to observe you today and I wasn't like planned, well, I'm not going to be reactive. I am going to prepare for that. And that's just going to be that, right? Because here's the thing, if you can't control a lot of things in the classroom, like there's a lot of things that you can't control, right? So instead of stressing about the things that you can't control, fix the things that you can. Be proactive about the things that you can control. This is what I mean by a fearless mindset. It's a resilient mindset and it's fixing the things that you can control. What are some things that you can control? Put it in the chat. What are some things that you can control? You can control how you react. You can't control necessarily the principal coming in and saying, I'm going to observe you without any like planning in advance. You can't control going in all the time and the students misbehaviors all the time. There's things that you can do, but you can't always control day to day what they're going to be like, how high their energy is, correct? You can control how you react to it. You can control making sure that you have routine set up during the middle of the day or during the beginning of the class. And big one here, we're building a business, right? You can control taking daily steps towards growing your business. You can't control your timeline, right? You can't control the timeline that you're going to blow up on social media. You can't necessarily control that. I will say that through helping my clients transition out of the classroom and helping them scale their businesses, I have seen that 6 months is a really great estimate time and goal for you to replace your monthly income average as a teacher if you're starting completely from scratch. But 6 to 12 months is kind of the average, okay? So you can control the steps that you take every single day to build that skill, because making money online, selling online, marketing online is a skill, you guys. Just like learning to play an instrument, right? I learned the violin. I've been a violinist for over 20 years. I started when I was 5 years old, and it took me time to build that skill. But when I first started out, I knew nothing, right? I didn't know how to hold the violin. I didn't know how to put my fingers on. I didn't know how to do fast fingers. And I had to practice every day or most days to build that skill. And soon after, 1 year later, I was playing songs. 2 years later, I could play almost every genre. Now 20 years later, I can literally play the violin. Like I can literally listen to a song and fully copy that song from my ear with like in 1 day. That's it. And this is what it takes. Hi, English with Suka. This is what it takes to build that skill. And making money and selling online is a skill. Building a 6-figure coaching business is a skill, right? So, what I do, and even I was talking with a friend yesterday, and she said to me, like, because I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm going to use my coaching business to purchase my future coffee shop. And she's like, well, how does this fit into your plans of like having a house and having a baby and all this stuff? And I'm like, well, it fits, first of all, because I'm going to make enough money and I'm going to make multi 6 figures, maybe even millionaire. I'm going to take the actions every single day to make this possible. So it will fit into my plans. And the thing is, I'm not really concerned, you guys, about reaching my timeline as much as I am, even though it's important, as much as I am concerned about taking the daily actions and investing in mentorship to actually get to that goal, to build the skill. Because I don't know about you, but since learning the violin, since building skills like learning how to ski, learning how to ice skate, even like learning how to ride the bike, you guys, this type of stuff It takes daily actions. It's more important to take the daily actions towards that skill to reach that skill versus saying, oh my gosh, in 3 months, if I don't go full time in my teaching business, then I'm going to give up. That's not how you build a skill. That's not how you get good at something. And you guys, if it was like super fast and easy, like you could do it in 1 month, not saying you can't because there's teachers that do, but if you could do it in 1 month for everyone, everyone would be an online coach. But that's not the case, right? Not everyone has an online 6-figure coaching business. So when you want a life that has so much freedom and so many benefits to it, you're going to have to be willing to put in the work every single day. And it takes time. Okay, but it can go a lot faster with mentorship and with learning the skills, learning the strategy and learning the skill. Okay. So, put skill in the chat because again, making money is a skill. Put skill in the chat. I want to see if you're listening and you're activated and you're ready to go. Put skill in the chat because we are going to build that skill to build our 6-figure businesses this year, correct? So put skill if that is what you are going to focus on is what can I do to develop this skill? Miss Shan says skill. Oh, she's with me. She is here with me. I can tell she's going places because she's already actively listening and actively ready. She's willing to do the work. She's willing to take the actions. And I can tell even by when I do these lives, the people who have the energy, you guys, the people who are messaging me, those are the people going far because they're taking actions. And you can't build a skill without doing the work. You can't build a skill without going forward and doing the actions. Okay. Okay. So the second step I took is more of a strategy. So that was more mindset, you guys. This is more strategy related. Okay. So, second step I took to build this 6-figure business. Hello, hello. We have some new faces on YouTube. Say hey in the chat if you are new here or if you just got here. Is understanding my dream clients. Okay. Understanding my dream clients. Okay. So, what does that mean? That means, first of all, if you're just starting out, figuring out who you can serve online, like what expertise that you've had or you've developed that you can help other people with, or what transformation you yourself went through that you can help other people with. This could be helping, like I have clients that help stay at home moms organize their time better and spend more quality time with their kids and meaningful time with their kids. So they go through, how to create activities during the day to keep their kids involved and active. And how she takes self-care during nap times and she's not like doing all her chores during nap times and all this stuff. I have teachers who built a multi-6-figure teaching business selling their digital lessons through TikTok. I have clients who started tutoring after school and now they're helping other teachers be able to build their full roster of tutoring students so they can double their income. I have teachers who so many things, you guys. I have teachers who trying to think of another one is I have a teacher client who traveled to Australia and she started traveling while she was in the classroom. And so she needed to budget out the trip. So she helps other women, female travelers be safe traveling and also budgeting their trips out so they could still travel while they're in the classroom, right? So there's a lot of different expertise out there. So you got to figure out what you're passionate about. So that's the first step. But the first major step is now developing a clear understanding of those dream clients, right? Of those dream clients. So you really need to understand these three things. And if you have a pen and a paper or something, write these down. 1, what do your clients want? If they were to have their ideal life, what do they want? Put it in the chat if you know what's something that your dream clients want. I know for Hind, that's for her first business, she has two businesses, but for her first business, that is, they want to learn English so that they can get a good job or can go in and ace their interview, right? That's what they want. Okay? So you need to get really clear and put it in the chat about what do your dream clients want and get super specific, you guys. So I don't want to see they want to lose weight. No, 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 no. Not specific enough. What do they want? What's their deepest desire? Their inner thoughts. They want to lose 10 pounds without fad dieting so they can quit the roller coaster of dieting and they can feel confident when they go to put a bikini on at the beach. This is specific, you guys. You got to paint the vision, paint the picture. Put it in the chat. What is one thing, you guys, that your dream clients want? From TikTok and YouTube, I want to see some of their desires. What do your dream clients want? Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. Well, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to keep going, but I still want you to put it in the chat. This is your little homework assignment. What do your dream clients want? I want you to, nothing is too silly. Nothing is going to be wrong. I'm just going to help you with some messaging here. Okay. So I'm going to give you some free coaching on fixing up, clarifying up the messaging. The second thing you need to know about understanding your dream clients is what are their current challenges? What are they currently struggling with? And again, be specific. So my dream clients are struggling. Just a second, Shan, that's beautiful. I'm excited to read it. My dream clients are struggling with what? Okay. For me, my dream clients are ranged from teachers to already, six-figure entrepreneurs. So I have a range here. But let's say that you are currently a classroom teacher and you maybe started a business, right? You maybe started a business, but it's not at six figures yet. So what are you struggling with? You're struggling to get sold out in your highest ticket coaching programs, courses, or memberships to scale to 5K recurring, predictable, steady income months. That is what they are struggling with, correct? So that is something they're struggling with. So let me see here. We have some teachers who had put the wants and desires. Okay, so Ms. Chan says they want to be able to continue working as a teacher with financial freedom. Amazing. I love that. So you sell digital, or you're helping them create their own digital products, correct? So when you say, and this is what I mean by getting really specific, you guys, I'm actually doing a deep dive with this inside the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge. So make sure you get into that because I'm going to deep dive and do a whole audit on your messaging tomorrow. Okay. So they want to continue working as a teacher because they love teaching, right? Because that's their calling. But what does financial freedom look like? That's the other thing. When you say things like financial freedom, when you say things like create engaging lessons, what does that actually look like? Like paint the actual image, an example of what that looks like. So financial freedom looks like, it can look different for everyone, right? But financial freedom as a teacher would be like, so they can pay off their mortgage early. They can pay off their entire student loan debt. They can plan for 3 to 4 international trips a year with their family, right? That's what it looks like. So paint that vision too, Shan. Paint that vision too, like the actual example. Okay, awesome. Also doing this without sparing their extra time. Okay, cool. So yes, so painting the actual, like, what does it look like? Because that brings me to my third thing, because we talked about your dream client, right? We talked about number one, what are their current struggles? Or number one, what do they want? Number two, current struggles. Number three is going to be, I want you to actually understand and write out Monday or morning, noon, evening, what does their life actually look like? I want you to be like J.K. Rowling writing Harry Potter here. I want you to sit down and put a candle on or anything you can do to focus, you guys, and write down day to day their play by play. She wakes up to her 5 a.m. alarm. She goes and she quickly takes a 15-minute bike ride in her basement on the spin bike. And then she goes and she takes a 15-minute shower. And then she goes and she grabs a granola bar and a coffee, black coffee, and goes out and goes on her 40-minute commute to the classroom. And then she gets to the classroom and she teaches. And if it was like Miss Shan, she loves her classes. She loves teaching the students. She gets to connect with the students every single day. One of the students says, "Hey, I love your class. I love you as a teacher so much." And then she thinks back and says, "Oh my gosh, this is like my calling. I love teaching." But then she thinks to herself, how can I continue to remain in the classroom next year when I'm not even making my rent, when I'm not even able to pay off my student loans, when that's all I can think about? Okay, so see how that was her morning, right? That was her morning. So I want you to literally write off morning, noon, evening. What the heck does your dream client go through during the day? Like actually be an author. Miss Sham's like, that's her, LOL. See, this stuff works. This stuff matters, you guys. And this stuff matters because you want to, as a coach, as a mentor, as someone who wants to give your clients transformations, you need to get them to sign up to your programs, correct? You need to inspire them and activate them to jump into your programs so that number one, you can be financially free. You can build your six-figure business. You can quit the classroom if that's what you want to do. You can stop teaching at your online teaching platform if that's what you want to do, or scale it back, right? You can travel internationally and live all over the world if that's what you want to do. And your clients can get deeper transformations that will actually get them real results, lasting results. Because when they just watch your free content, they are not. 90% of them are not going to get lasting results when they watch your free content. Not that your free content is bad. Your free content should be really, really good, like really good, and get them quick wins. But they're not going to get that deeper transformation unless they join your programs. Amen? Amen. Okay? So you need to activate them by being clear with who they are and what they want. Okay? On to step number 2. Step number 3. So we have 6 steps, you guys. Number 1, first step was building a fearless mindset. Number 1. Okay? Put fearless in the chat. Fearless mindset. Okay? Put fearless in the chat for number 1. Number 2 was getting clear on your dream client. Put client in the chat. Hey, Sarah! Nice to see you, Senora Sarah. She says, fearless. I'm just getting started here, Sarah. I'm just getting started, and I'm super energetic today. I think the coffee hit in. The coffee hit. Okay. So, number 2, we are getting clear on our dream client. Put client in the chat. Thank you. You beat me to it, Sarah. Sarah actually knew exactly what I was going to say right there. Client in the chat, TikTok, client. Number 3, let me show you here on YouTube. Number 3, you guys, irresistible offer. Again, I go through all of this in detail. I give you an exact breakdown and the steps you need to take in the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge. So check out the link in my bio to join that. And YouTube, you can check below. I know that most of you all of the YouTubers here have joined this challenge. Okay. So now it's important that you create irresistible offers. Number 1, that activate your dream clients. And number 2, that you're setting up recurring income for 6-month payment plans, which equals what? Steady income. Steady income. Okay? So here's the thing. I know for a fact that some of you listening in here do not have steady income and don't really know what programs to offer to have steady, predictable income for the next 6 months to a year. What do I mean by steady income? 5 to 10K months of predictable income where it's like you have your clients on payment plans for 6 months to a year. Like that is the dream. And that's what I want you to achieve, right? So, what does that look like? Okay. So, while it's amazing to have a course that you sell one time and get maybe $500 or get $1,000, it's not enough to go full time in your coaching business. And this is what I had to learn in starting, a year ago, a year, 2 years ago, when I started my coaching business. I had to learn that, wow, me launching this course and it only being a one-time payment is not going to get me to my goal every single month. Because what happens is you're going to sell out this course, right? You're going to say, okay, I get a $500 client this day. 3 days later, a $500 client. Okay, great. But you have to go out and get new clients every single week and every single month and constantly launch this course to make it predictable income for you and steady income, which is not what we want to do, because hashtag we want to work smarter, not harder. Work smarter, not harder. Put it in the chat. We want to not have to go out and get clients all the dang time. We want clients on predictable income plans. And then we get into, payment offer stacking, which gets you into the multi six figures and millions. That's when you stack your payment plans, you guys. So there's a method to this madness. Okay. So what looks like steady income? When you sell a high ticket, meaning 4-figure group coaching program, you will have payment plans for the next 6 to 10 months. And you can build that to 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K months. So that is the type of recurring income Those are the type of offers. I love memberships, because memberships aren't exactly the same because they're not as high ticket most of the time. But with a membership, you do have recurring payment plans. So it's like someone signs up and they're there and it lasts for like months, right? Or you can even have a 6-month payment plan for your membership, so you have that 6-month income. I just had someone sign up for an entire year in my membership. An entire year where I don't have to fill her spot again, right? An entire year. How amazing would that be? Put a fire emoji if that's what you want. You would not have to, what if you did not have to worry about signing on another client for the next 6 months? How would that feel to you in your body? How would that change your life when you go to wake up in the morning and think about your schedule, or when you go to think about what when you go to maybe plan trips for your family, or how would that change your life? It's life changing. Now, I'm not saying and I know, Sarah, that you sell a course right now. Awesome. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying focus on the highest ticket offer you have right now. If your goal at the end of the day is to replace your income completely, transition out of the classroom, transition off the online teaching platform, travel the world, and build your multi 6-figure business, right? Amazing. So both are important. And I personally sell different types of offers, and I do it strategically and on purpose. Okay. So for the different journeys that my clients are on. Okay. We are on number 4, which is content that converts. Okay. Content is like literally the 99.9% of the reason that you will either build your 6-figure business and sell out your group coaching program, sell out your course, your membership, etc., get to 5 to 10K predictable income and above, or not. Content is the reason that my clients who I've worked with, private clients, went from getting like literally ghost town of DMs, nothing, no engagement, nothing on their Instagram, on their TikTok, to literally people reaching out every single day. What that is called, you guys, is marketing term wise, a hot audience. You want a hot audience, right? Put hot or fire or like a hot face in the chat. Especially TikTok. I'm watching you. I want you to engage more. I want you to be here with me. I want you to like be present. Something that helped me build the 6-figure business is being fully present with every single thing that I do. Miss Shan did 3 fire emojis. She gets extra points. Okay. You are awesome. I can't wait to connect, Miss Shan. You're amazing. Okay. So something that helped me is being intentional with everything, whether it be, okay, I'm going into Slack and I'm messaging clients right now and I'm focusing on how can I inspire them? How can I shift their mindset? How can I help them with strategy today? And being really super focused, not eating at the same time, not watching TV at the same time, not doing 20 million things at the same time, but doing that. Sarah says, Jenna is legit, y'all. Give her your money. It's worth it. Thank you, Sarah. You're my number 1 fan. I'm your number 1 fan too. Okay, so being intentional. When I go to even move my body, when I go to work out, being intentional, being fully present in the moment. When I go to a training, when I go, like for instance, when you're in the Fearlessly Sold Out Challenge and you're watching a training on content that converts, being fully present. That is what got me here. It's not doing 20 million things at the same time. That's not how you build a skill. So being present. Okay. So content that converts. 4th step. And I'm going to have to plug my computer in. So content that converts. There are 5 types of content that take your dream clients from on the fence to purchasing your programs, from I can't afford this, from maybe next time to I'm in. Like literally someone said, damn it, Jenna, take my money now. Literally, that's what they said. Okay, I usually don't swear, but that's what they said verbatim. This is the type of stuff that you get to have. You get to have clients that say take my money, that literally, like Sarah says, Jenna is legit. Give her your money. It's worth it. You want clients that say that, and that's what you get to do with the right content. You guys, I spent years, 2 full years, struggling to convert with my content. I would post every single day. I would go do 20 million things. I would email. I would go live. I would go post reels. I would post TikToks. I would post YouTubes. I mean, I was spending hours on content and getting very few clients. The one thing I did this year that blew up my business from earning $1,000 average, maybe minimum, to now earning $10,000. I just had a $10,000 month last month. And being on my way to surpass a 6-figure teaching business, coaching business this year. Teaching, coaching, same thing. Okay. Let me plug in my content, okay? Content. Let me plug in my computer because it's going to die. Okay. But In the chat box, there's four people here on YouTube. I want to see all four. I want you to share with me. Are you a former teacher, online teacher, classroom teacher? What are your goals this year? What is your current business? While I'm plugging in, I want to see this on TikTok too, and I'm just plugging in my computer. I'll be right back. You're not going to want to miss this content training, because content literally will make or break you in your business. So I'll be right back. Okay. For the sake of time, I also want to share with you, second here, that tomorrow in the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge, oh my goodness, hi, I see some familiar faces here on TikTok. Tomorrow in the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge, I am literally going in depth about creating content that connects and converts and gets you daily DMs from your dream clients and fills up your coaching programs to have a 5-figure launch, which will put you at 5 to 10K months of predictable, steady income for the next 6 to 8 months. So join that because what I'm going to share with you today is important, and I'm going to give you some juice, but it's not everything. It is not everything. So if you really want to go all in with content, sign up for day 2 of the challenge, which is happening tomorrow. And there's a replay. It's in the link in my bio or below here on this YouTube video. So anyone who's watching this, who wants to build a 6-figure business, who wants to transition out of teaching, who wants to replace your teaching income, et cetera, sign up for that. So Sarah has a goal of pulling 3K a month in coaching business. We're going to get there. So doable, Sarah, in the next 3 months, even to 6 months, for sure. By 6 months, 400% sure. Okay, awesome. So we have 2 messages here. Okay. All right, so back to content. So the 5 types of content that I post, and I'm just going to go briefly because, again, I'm going deep diving into this tomorrow, day 2 of the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge. So number 1 is your content, sharing your story, sharing transformational content. This is like so important because what it does is it sets up your audience to understand why you're the expert, why you are the expert. And it provides that connection with them on like, hey, this is me. Can you relate to me? Do you want what I have? We'll learn more here, right? So it's like, it's that first, what am I trying to say? Like the first step in developing that relationship with them. And I always say content is actually not about building an email list and doing a funnel and posting 100 million times a day. It's about connecting and building a relationship with your dream clients, building that know, like, trust, exactly how you would do with a new friend. So transformational content or your story content is something that I share again and again and again. What does this look like? You're sharing the before, the during, and the after of your story as it relates to your audience. Okay. So for instance, let's say one of my clients is a multi-6-figure teacherpreneur. She started selling her digital resources in the classroom. She's a mama of 5 while she was pregnant with her last baby. That's the before of her story. She was living paycheck to paycheck. She wasn't able to pay all her bills. Oops, I got a little blurry here. She wasn't able to pay all her bills. She was struggling and in debt. So she said, hey, I have these lessons that I can sell, and I'm very creative, and I can create these lessons to sell to teachers on TikTok. So she started to create these lessons, and she built a website, and then she went on TPT, and then she went on TikTok, and she discovered how to market her lessons on TikTok. And all of a sudden it was like she made a sale, she made another sale, then she made like 2 sales a day, then she made like 10 sales a day, then she made like 20 sales a day. And she's literally had a $40,000 month from selling these digital resources. And now she transitioned out of the classroom completely. This is like one of my amazing clients. She's a dream client. She's amazing. She transitioned out of the classroom completely to go full time. She's already full time. She retired her husband and she has 5 kids. 5 kids. Like, I'm sitting here like, I'm going to retire my husband, but I only have to retire my husband. I don't have 5 kids. Okay. So that is her story. Did that activate you guys? Didn't that activate you guys? Put a fire emoji in the chat if that activated you. That a teacher just like you and a mom and a parent could do this, could build this multi-6-figure business, transition out of teaching. And now literally when we go on our coaching, Sarah says yes, when we connect in Voxer, which is what all my one-to-one clients have access to, is Voxer. It's a messaging app. So when we connect every day on Voxer, she's like, hey, I am watching this football game or something. Like, I'm watching this game with friends. We're having a good time. Or like, she's like, I'm recording in they work at this, she has this office that's really cute that's in the town that they live. And she works with her husband there and they're so cute together. Or she's like, I'm taking my 4-year-old son to the park. Like, it's super cute. Yeah. And this is activating. Doesn't it show you her expertise? She's been able to do this. And it also helps you to connect with her. So share your story, share your transformation. Number 2 piece of content is educate. You guys, once you share your transformation, once you get visible and in front of your dream clients and you're growing your social media, you got to educate. You have to serve them. Building trust, right? Building trust. How is she as a mentor? How is he as a coach? Right? What can they actually teach me? What is the strategy behind how they got to be where they are today? You have to serve. So a lot of times I see teachers just starting out or teacherpreneurs just starting out, and you're giving really shallow educational content too that's not actually allowing your clients to understand and absorb the information, or your audience to absorb the information. It's not allowing them to implement and get a quick win from. So this is probably because you're way too vague. You're way too broad and general with your messaging. What does broad look like? Hey, here are 3 steps to make more money this year. It doesn't speak to your dream client and they don't know it's for them. But you could say, here are the 3 steps I'd take to make an extra $1,000 a month by selling digital courses online. Now they're interested. And to add a personal touch, you can say, here are the 3 steps I'd take. Yeah, Shan, isn't that much more concise, right? It's much more direct. You have to it's when you speak to everyone, you're speaking to no one. You know that quote, right? When you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. So you have to be direct, specific. Here are the 3 steps I'd take to make an extra $1,000 a month by selling a digital course without having to quit the classroom, or without having to and work from like Sarah, you live in Mexico, right? Work from Mexico or anywhere in the world. Now that is going to speak to your dream client, and something like that positions, like it even gives you that personal flair. right? Like, oh, Sarah lives in Mexico. Oh my gosh, that's so activating to me. I want to do the same. Monica! Hi, Monica. Oh my gosh. I love seeing familiar faces. And Courtney. Hey, Queen. Hey, Queen. Okay, so again, be specific. Be specific. Okay. So, number 3 type of content, we went over transformational, specific educational. Number 3 is problem aware content. You guys, this is not something that is just me. I'm not the only person, the only coach who teaches this. This is foundational marketing stuff right here. If you want to sell, you need to take your dream clients through the journey to know, like, and trust you. This goes way back, you guys, probably like 50 years back, 100 years back. This is the type of stuff that's always been tried and true. It's always something that you need to be able to sell. Okay. Yay, I got a glitter badge. I love it. Okay. Thank you, Monica. Okay, so number 3, is it 3? Yeah, problem aware content. So this goes with your dream clients, your audience, your followers. They don't always know what they're doing wrong or what they're missing. A lot of people, like teachers, will come to me and they say, like my clients, when they first start working with me, they say, I'm doing everything that I can, but it's not working. Am I meant for this anymore? And then I look at their content and I'm like, you're saying you're doing everything, but all I see in your content is very vague. Here's 3 tips to make more money. Here's 4 steps I took to build a tutoring business. It's vague and it's boring. It's boring. It's not personal to them. It's not showcasing their transformation or their story. And it's also not actually sharing the mistakes and the problems and the gaps that your dream clients are having. So they don't even know what the heck to do. They don't know what the heck to do. So you're not doing everything. Your content strategy isn't there. And I promise you this, that 90% of my clients, within 2 to 4 weeks of us working together, and me, I literally, one of the first things I do beyond mindset is I go straight to content, you guys. That's what you can expect from me as a mentor. I will go straight to your content. I will hold nothing back. Why? Because I want you to have the most success and build that 6-figure business this year. I'm going right into your content and I'm going to be giving you an audit. That's right. And you have to bring out the gaps that your clients are having, the symptoms that they have. Put symptoms in the chat. Symptoms. And I also want us to do a little workshop style here. What are some symptoms that your dream clients are having right now that they're struggling with? For instance, my dream clients are struggling. Monica says symptoms. Amazing. So what are they struggling with? What are some symptoms? My dream clients' symptoms are that they're not signing on high ticket clients in their coaching packages. My clients' symptoms are they're still in the classroom and they want to transition out. They're struggling to transition out. My clients' symptoms are that they're not at 5K months yet. My client symptoms is that their content is not leading to dream clients. My client symptoms is that they're not getting daily DMs. My client symptoms is that they're not getting consistent sales to bring them to 5 to 10K sustainable, steady income months. My client symptoms is that they're online teachers who are teaching back-to-back classes or classroom teachers teaching in the classroom day in, day out, and they want to leave the classroom, or they want to leave their online teaching platform to get more freedom, to be able to work from anywhere, to be able to um, not have to be on all the time. So, one of their symptoms is that they have to be on all the time, and it's exhausting, and it's a hamster wheel. It's spinning, spinning, spinning. So, symptoms. What are some of your clients' current symptoms? What are their symptoms? And when I say clients, I mean the clients that you're going to get when you change your content. Because I will tell you, when I first started selling my highest ticket coaching, which at the time was $1,800, that was my first ever coaching program, one-to-one coaching, 3 months. When I first started selling it, you guys, I had DMs, but it was like, I'm not ready yet. I can't do it. I can't afford it. And then they'd go and they'd freaking hire the coach. They'd hire a different coach. They'd hire a different mentor. I was like, dang, that was a burn. That was a burn. That was a burn. So when I shifted my content, they came back to me. And even though they had signed up for another person's mentorship program, they signed up with mine. And that's because I talked about their symptoms. What are their symptoms and how can you solve it? Make them aware of their symptoms. Sarah says, my dream clients are sick of the rigid 9 to 5 schedule. They can't spend time with their loved ones. Perfect. So talk about in your content. If you're sick of, and also be more specific with what does rigid 9 to 5 schedule mean? What does rigid mean? So it's like, let's say you do a video or you do a carousel post and it's like, if you're, waking up at 6 a.m. to get to your 9 to 5 and you're doing the same things day in, day out. And the only thing you look forward to is lunch in the middle of the day because you get an hour lunch. And then you go back to your desk and you're like, when the heck can I leave? And you start packing up at like 4:30 and you're like, tomorrow's another day and it's the same dang thing. This is how you can make passive income and an extra $3,000 a month so you can quit your 9 to 5, right? So you got to bring up the symptoms, you guys, right? I'm going to give you an example that relates to you. Well, most of you. If you are in the classroom and you wake up in the morning to your 5 a.m. alarm and you're thinking to yourself, is this my life for the next 40 plus years until I retire? And you don't know how to take steps out to actually replace your teaching income, this is what you can do. Yes? Symptoms. Symptoms. If you haven't put symptoms in the chat, I know Monica did, I know Sarah did, put symptoms in the chat. Talk about their symptoms. Okay, fourth piece of content, you guys. This is a whole ass training. Miss Shan says symptoms. Okay. Fourth content piece is your point of view or your opinion. Okay. So this will show that you are a limitless leader. This will show that you can lead, you can mentor, you can stand out. You are the person that they should follow. You got to share your opinion. Your opinion is yours alone. No one else's. So don't copy and paste someone else's opinion. I want you to really reflect on this and be patient with yourself with your opinions. Be patient with yourself because you might not develop these right away, and it's okay. I only truly discovered what my own opinions were when I invested into a mastermind, which is a group. It was a group of, well, I'm currently in the mastermind. So it's a group coaching experience where you get coached with other entrepreneurs alongside of you. And so when I started to see, oh my gosh, this is her opinion, this is her opinion, this is her opinion, and these women who were very like well spoken, they knew their point of view, they were strong with themselves. That's when I started to develop my own opinions. Oh, I agree with her. I don't agree with this person. I agree with this. I don't agree with this. I don't believe, here's one example. I don't believe that retirement is like all that it's made up to be. Like, okay, you retire and then what? What do you do then? So you're basically going to work your butt off only to retire, only to live the last 10, 20 years of your life if you live that long. And that's a big if. This is my opinion. Not everyone believes that. I can tell you, my dad doesn't believe that. My dad is a baby boomer and he's all into retirement. He's literally a financial planner for retired people. But I don't believe the same thing as him, and that's okay. We as people have different opinions, but I want you to share yours because that will help you to stand out and it will help you to have people follow you. Why? Because you're a leader. That is what's going to have you blow up. You know how my posts lately have been blowing up? It's because I'm sharing my dang opinions and I'm sharing my story, right? Okay, last piece of converting content is my husband's going to be like, "Holy smokes." Cuz he's like he was on a walk for an hour. Hey, Andrew. Andrew's here. Hey, Andrew from YouTube. Okay, so last one is activating content. Now, you guys, this is going to be different for everyone. Activating content is the type of content that's getting the most engagement, the most saves, the most comments, sometimes more views, but not all the time. That's what activating content is. So you can figure that out literally by seeing the performance. Hey, oh my gosh, this post performed better. Like Sarah just had a post that popped off last week, right? And the thing about that is the messaging, what you said on the post and in the caption was activating. So you want to what? Rinse and repeat. Put in the chat. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Activating content, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. What that's going to do is it's going to allow you to not have to post 100 million times a day and still not get clients. What it's going to do is get you visible and get you sold out. That's what it's going to do by posting one piece of content. One piece of content. Yes, 3 days ago, you guys know this post. 3 days ago, I posted a piece of content that was so activating. You guys, I did the research. What you don't know is I knew that this was activating. I knew it. It wasn't a random post I made. This is something I've known for 3 months. And I got 100 DMs from one post, one TikTok video. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't seen it. When you do activating content right, you don't have to post 100 times a day. You don't even have to post daily. And you'll still sell it out. You'll still make consistent sales. You'll still build a 6-figure business. You'll still make 5K plus months. You'll still get clients. The power, you guys, of activating content. And in the Limitless membership this month, I literally just sent a message. About a breakdown of activating content and how to look into your insights to figure out what content to do. Hint, hint, a lot of times for most of you, it's your story. So share your story more. That's where I'm trying to get, Miss Shan. Ooh, this is good. Monica, thank you. Miss Shan says that's where I'm trying to get to. Yes, do the research, you guys. Look into your data on TikTok if you're struggling to figure out what's activating, see which one is the most performing and do more of that and change the messaging around if it's not performing as well, but it's performing a pretty good amount. Change the messaging just slightly. Make slight tweaks, you guys. The little tweaks go far. I'm going to tell you a story of my client who had a $9,000 cash month from one tweak in her content. One tweak. Put tweak in the chat. Put tweak in the chat because it's about the small tweaks. I'm going all out in this training. And also, you get like 100,000% of coaching this week because I'm doing day 2 of the Fearlessly Sold Out Coaching Challenge tomorrow, which is all about content. And by the way, this is not the whole training on content. There's a lot more to it. And I'm going to share with you actual examples of activating content, of storytelling content, of everything. And I'm going to give you my hands-on hook sheet, which literally will save you hours and hours and hours of posting, and it'll help you come up with ideas on all these 5 different types of content. So my client, back to my client, we made one tweak. What was the tweak? We shared her story. We shared her transformation every freaking day. She sold out her 10-spot group coaching program within 4 weeks on Instagram. This stuff works, you guys. You got to figure out what's activating. Tweaks. Andrew said tweaks. Tweaks. Tweaks or twerks? I can't twerk, so I'm not going to do that. Tweaks. I cannot twerk. It looks like robotic. It looks like I'm doing a Zumba workout, and I'm very bad at Zumba, so not very good. Okay, you guys, we're moving on. Come to the free challenge. The end. Okay. The 5th step is sold out launches. I'm going to go briefly on this one because, again, tomorrow in the challenge, I am going over the 4-phase, 4-week launch structure that has allowed me to have a $19,000 launch for my group coaching program. $19,000 within 4 weeks. Andrew said, Christians don't twerk. Christians don't twerk. Oh my gosh. You guys. Oops, TikTok just pause for a second. Okay. So sold out launches, you guys, there are 4 phases. I'm going to cover what a launch does. And most of you aren't even doing this, or you're just not doing it right. It's a 4 to 6 week launch where week 1, you are building hype. Week 2, you are doing a free challenge or masterclass. Week 3, you are doing doors opening for your course, membership, coaching program, group coaching program. Week 4 is doors close. And you can extend this a little bit or shorten it depending on if your goals are met. So the reason that I do launches is because it creates the maximum energy and excitement to sell out my program. And I will tell you, I've had a couple failed launches, and the difference was that I wasn't creating the hype. I wasn't creating the energy. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't resilient. I wasn't doing the intentionally planned out launch. And with my clients, I will literally map out the entire launch with you. Start to finish. Day 1, what are we posting on IG stories? What are we posting on TikTok? What are we posting on Instagram? Day 2, same thing. Day 3, day 4, day 5, how are we going live? What are we sending to our email list? Day 6, literally entire launch. So it saves them time. It saves them stress, overwhelm. By the way, I have 3 openings for one-to-one coaching and mentorship for the next 6 months. So if you're like, I want to build my 6-figure business this year, and I know that I need that customization, I want Jenna to help me create content that activates my dream clients. I want Jenna to help me with a sold out launch so that I can have a 5-figure launch, so that I can quit the classroom, so that I can get off my online teaching platform, so that I can travel the world. etc., DM me about that. Andrew says, I just subscribed to Jenna Lee. She knows teaching business and human emotions. Yes, that's very important. But you know what I know? I know how to build like healthy relationships with people. And that's what I believe is what you need to do in your content and in your business in general. My dad has an in-person business. So I learned this part of this from him. I learned how he serves his clients. I learned how they're more than just a number to him. They're a person, they're a human. They're someone that matters. They're someone that has a whole life. They have kids, they have stressors, they have you know, that's that's really what I believe is what's helped me to be successful is my dad has an in-person business and I see it all the time. I see him build these relationships. Plus, I'm a teacher, so I know how to teach, right? Okay. So that's about all I'm going to say today about a launch because, again, I'm covering this in day 3 of the challenge. So I don't want to go into the nitty gritty because it's going to just exhaust you. Okay. Step number 6 is literally a repeat of what I said before. I'm blurry, which is what? Put activate in the chat. Put activate in the chat. Activate your audience. And something, Miss Shan says activate, something that I never said before is if you are actually posting the content that's activating your audience, but you're not blowing up on social media, you're not getting responses, you're not getting a lot of comments, it might be, most likely is that you're not activating yourself. In order to activate your dream clients, you have to activate yourself first. What does that look like? I'll give you an example. Today, I got up, I had a late, slow morning. It was good. Hung out with my husband, made some coffee. But honestly, I've been tired because we traveled the past 3 weekends. We've been traveling all over the place, all over the East Coast. Connecticut, Washington, D.C. Where else did we go? Traveled to visit our friends in Jersey City. We were all over the place. So I'm tired. I'm tired. So what did I do? I made my favorite coffee drink, which I still am working on. By the way, if I drink this right now, I don't know if I'm going to go to sleep. So I don't know if I should drink it. It's amazing though. It's like a peanut butter salted caramel latte. And I'm obsessed. Okay. What else did I do? I went out, I took my umbrella, I went on a walk and I recorded content and I took a walk and I had some peace. What else did I do to activate myself? I checked in with my clients. I love checking in with my clients. Love it. It activates me. I love inspiring people. I love transforming lives. I love this, the work that I do. That activates me. Then I showed up here. And can you tell them that I'm activated? Put yes in the chat if you can tell I'm activated. Why? How did I get activated? I activated myself. I moved my body. I made my favorite coffee drink. I checked in with my amazing clients. I got ready for the day. Yes, Miss Shan says yes. I am activated. You can tell. You can tell. So if your activating content isn't popping off as good as it should, activate yourself first, you guys. 2 things that I use to build a 6-figure business because I just broke down 6 steps of how, but simplify it even further. 2 things. Number 1, mindset. Developing a fearless mindset. Being a better person, growing as a human. Number 2, strategy. Tweak your strategy. fix your content, get to know your dream clients. That's the two steps, guys. Two focuses: one, mindset; two, strategy. Thank you so much for coming. I am going to spend 5 to 10 minutes to answer questions at this time. Some of you have been here the entire over an hour. I thank you so much. And the reason I'm thanking you is because I know how hard it is to be intentionally focused for an hour like this, especially when you might be still in the classroom, you might have another job, online teaching, you might just be really, really busy with your coaching business. Like, I understand the struggle, and I want to say I'm here with you. I understand like that this is not easy, and I'm so proud that you stayed this long. And now I want to give back to you, and I want to answer some questions if you have questions today. And I also want to say the type of mentor I am is someone who doesn't think anything is too basic. There's no silly questions. I will answer every question, and I will never ever say that that's a stupid question or that's too basic. Because I've been in rooms where I've been told that, or I felt like I can't ask a question, and that's just not okay. And again, if you want like the full details and actual resources to build your six-figure business, I'm going over getting sold out as a coach in my Fearlessly Sold Out challenge. So sign up to that in the link in my bio. We had a couple people sign up during this live on the TikTok. So if that's, whether that is your goal, in the next month or the next 6 months or the next year or the next 2 years, this is going to give you so much clarity. So much clarity. I know Sarah's in there, um, and she's just having a blast. Um, and she's doing her offer homework today, so that's amazing. Um, and I think Hind is too. And we have like 50 other teacherpreneurs in this challenge. Okay, you guys, so put it in the chat if you have any questions. Sarah just said, I want to see an Instagram story with Jenna's robotic tour. My mentor will kill me. She's actually like a professional dancer. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe someday, Sarah. Maybe someday. Okay, how do you drive traffic when you haven't made a sale? No evidence of success or authority. Um, okay, so you're selling a product that basically is going to help someone else to make money, correct? So what you can do, and I just saw a beautiful example of this, you guys, a beautiful example of this. What you can do is talk about what you want to do. So I literally just saw a TikTok. Oh, I wish I could find it. It was about a semi truck driver's wife. See, I'm going to look here because I know the questions from TikTok. And YouTube, you can put your questions here below too. YouTube fam. I saw a semi truck driver's wife on TikTok, and I wish I could find it. If I find it, I'll send you the example. She was like, this year, she's basically saying what she's struggling with. So she's like, I'm struggling because I'm a stay-at-home mom of 3, and my kids are missing this quality time, this important time with their dad because he has to go in the truck. And so my goal is to retire my husband so that he can stay at home with the kids. And that's what I'm doing through selling digital products online. And here's the thing. I know if you haven't made a sale yet, that it feels like weird, and it's okay. But you can be honest. You can be fully transparent about not making a sale. There's so many people that have. If you're selling master resale rights or selling other digital products, go look on TikTok. There's a bunch of people that started from scratch. And they didn't say they made a sale. They shared their what they want. They shared their desire. They shared the before, or they shared their struggles. They shared what they're doing to overcome them, and they're sharing where they're going. There's power in being confident in sharing your truth. So you can do that, but you can also at the same time share how other people have had success. So like for instance, these moms, if your dream client is moms, it's like these moms are, or teachers. I know your dream client is teachers. These teachers are making thousands of dollars or six figures by selling digital resources. So welcome to the side of teacher talk. Literally use this content piece. Welcome to the side of teacher talk where teachers stay in the classroom and live out their calling of changing students' lives while being able to stop living paycheck to paycheck, go on, build up to six figures, go on family vacations four times plus a year, and pay off their mortgage and their student loans entirely. Use that piece of content and watch it blow up. Why? It's not that you're there yet. It's that you have the vision. You are a leader. People want to be led. I will tell you too, the reason that this works and the reason that this is amazing to do is that you might sign up for mentorship with like a seven-figure entrepreneur and they don't know how to teach. They don't know how to mentor you. Someone who is a teacher already and understands how to teach and how to educate, you are more talented than some of these 7 8 figure mentors. Like I've been in the room and like signed up to these courses and these coaching programs with mentors who didn't know how to coach me or teach me, when I would have rather signed up with someone who's talented at that, who knows how to do that, because it would have gotten me further. And that's why I only sign up with teachers, former teachers as my mentor. Because I'm like, I know they're going to teach well for the most part. Shan says, right. Yes. Okay. So I hope that helps, Shan. Sarah has a question. I feel like a coaching biz would be similar to Outschool in that you have different offers, price points, and lengths of program. Do you find that's the case? Yes. In fact, I think being a teacher on Outschool has allowed me to strategically set up my offers. And I'm continuing to set them up. So like the important thing was for me to start was to focus on my higher ticketed coaching offer because that's going to get me to my goal the fastest. And then what I'm doing now is I'm developing these offers that are strategically set up for the student success path or client success path, which I call it. I used to call that in Outschool the success. It's like, this is the first class with me. Okay, great. This gives them the first step, then the next step, then the next step, then the next step. And as it goes, it gets closer proximity to me. So in Outschool, I had I taught music. I taught online music classes. So, and I was also a coach for teachers in building full time on Outschool. And so, what I had them do is first class was trying to think back. My first class on Outschool for violin was violin level 1. So, it's like they learned their first 2 songs with me. Then, my second class, which was, they could sign up for another 6 weeks or 8 weeks. I forget how long it was violin level 2, where they're going to learn like songs from all different genres, right? My third class was a violin club where they can learn their favorite songs week to week with a group of students. And my fourth class was small group violin lessons where they can have um, two to three students, oops, 2 to 3 students in a lesson together where they can learn and feed off of each other. And the in the fifth class, I think we're on fourth or fifth, is one-to-one mentorship, one-to-one tutoring, private violin lessons, where they get that direct feedback from me. And each class got higher in price. Each class, right, was higher ticketed. So same thing with your coaching business is like, you know, for instance, my membership, the Limitless membership, you guys, first starting step for you because that teaches you what to post, how to sell, how to sign on clients every single week in your business. That's the Limitless membership. So if you're like, I'm ready to take step one, let's go. Let's learn exactly what Jenna does to sign on clients every single week, what I should be posting, how to blow up on social media, how to market my offers, how to sell my offers, right? Then the second step is a group coaching program. Or second step sometimes is my micro offers. Like I've had content to cash calls, which is like really working out specifically your content. I've had some different challenges, right? Some different challenges that are more closer proximity to me, like Teachers on Fire. Um, I have like other like 1 month coaching sometimes. I have these other things. Then I have group coaching. So my mastermind coming up. That is a 6 month program where it's like there's a group of people. So it's not as pricey as one-to-one mentorship, but it's very valuable and it's the next step because it's the foundations of selling. So if you're like ready to build your six-figure business, and sell out your group coaching programs, your and have multiple different offers and reoccurring 5 to 10K months, that's for you. In my one-to-one coaching, that's closer proximity, but this is for you to build on top of a six-figure business, like multi six figures, like let's go, right? This is going even further. So that's kind of how I set up my offers strategically. And I'm still setting up one because personally, I'm like, okay, there needs to be an offer between membership and group coaching. So I'm going to have these micro offers where it's like, for my clients who are like, hey, I want to learn how to build a membership and sell it. Then I'll do like a 2 to 4 week program on how to build a membership and sell it. Or I want to be a part of a mastermind. That's like 3 months long that goes deep into content, just content, right? So it's like there's going to be, these different steps that I'm creating along the way. So hopefully that helped. Well, thank you again for coming, for being super intentional with your time today. Again, these are every single Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 6. Usually I don't go this long, but I'm glad that I was able to share this important information with you. And we had an amazing crowd today of teacherpreneurs who just had all the questions, and you guys were all super present and active. So appreciate you. That skill is going to take you really far. That gift is going to take you really far. So every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, sign up to the free challenge if you are ready to get sold out and build your six-figure teaching business this year. If you want to take that first step of what do I post? I need help posting. I need to understand how to sell on Instagram and TikTok and on lives. Then check out the Limitless membership. Join us there. We're doing a Reels to Riches challenge where we're learning how to, well, basically, you're going to learn how to get visible and get sold out on Instagram with Reels and how to activate your audience with Reels. Okay, so that's the Limitless membership. And yes, I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. All right, you guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Sarah, Miss Chan, Andrew, Monica, everyone who came to the live. Peace and love. All right, I'll see ya. Bye-bye.